I was making whatever I wanted and putting it out whenever I wanted, however I wanted. And that's why I was able to get so much, because I gave so much. And what happens is, as an artist, when you get into the industry, it becomes very serious. You know, the industry takes the fun away, because now it's business. It's the music business. You feel me? So now it's first week numbers and sales and this and all that shit really doesn't fucking matter at all. The reality is, like, if, like, my goal, right? My goal is to make as much meaningful music as possible and share it with as many people as possible, as often as possible. That's it. That's it. Anything else is literally just ego industry bullshit. Like, no one really cares about first week numbers. No one really cares about Billboard charts. That shit is for the industry to sort of like fucking put a number, engage people's art. It's like that shit, like, what? You can't value my shit like that. And I as an artist, and we as artists, can't allow that shit to dictate our value. That shit is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, my impact is so much realer than numbers. You feel me? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like a Billboard chart and sales can't tell me how impactful my message is. You know? There's a lot of numbers. First of all, the numbers are fucking fabricated anyway. You can't even believe the shit. And second of all, there's a lot of bullshit that has a lot of numbers. Who cares? You know? Who cares? Like, impact is what it's about. Impact and influence. Like, are you influencing people positively? Like, what did you do with your time here? Like, and a lot of these artists, they don't stand for shit. That's why no one has a problem with them. That's how you know they don't stand for shit. If no one has a problem with you, I can tell you don't stand for shit. Because if you actually said how you felt, you wouldn't just have, like, love from all angles and shit like that. Say what you want about Kanye, but Kanye always spoke his truth. And Kanye stands for shit, and he says how he feels. And that's why, obviously, with that, you're going to get people that don't fuck with you and whatever. But at least he stands for shit. Like, I know with the time that I've already had here on Earth and in this space, I've influenced people positively because I stuck my neck out and said some shit that I really feel. And I could have kept it quiet and just fucking entertained y'all. And I'd probably be a quote unquote bigger artist as far as the numbers, but I wouldn't have a bigger impact. You feel me? I wouldn't. My impact comes from my fearlessness of saying how I feel and standing for something. You know what I mean? Like, influence and impact, bro. Like, what are some of these people fucking talking about? The music has no fucking substance in it. That's why that shit doesn't fucking, like, stick. You feel me? Because it's just entertainment. It's just fucking fluff and filler entertainment. That shit is not talking about anything. There's no real message. Tell me the real message with a lot of this music that's coming out. What's the message? I know the messages in my music. My music is a fucking, like, walking self-help book. That's why I wrote a self-help book. And that's why I was even able to turn my music into chapters in a self-help book. Because the messages have always been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know anyone else that really fucking, like, look how the law of attraction and manifesting and all that shit is now, like, mainstream. Who the fuck was talking about manifest before in the mainstream music industry? Who the fuck was really making songs about manifest and really talking this law of attraction shit and really talking this spiritual shit? Nah, come on, bro. Come on. That's called impact. That's called influence. And in regards to people who want to give me that credit, the reality is that I gave the world and I left the world better off than how I found it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I did, and that's what I do with my platform. You feel me? That's what I do. I influence positively. I don't know what the fuck some of this music is about. It's not about shit. There's no positive message. You know, most of the messages are self-destructive messages. That's like, because that's what America loves to watch, is train wrecks. America is obsessed with entertainment. What's the most entertaining shit to watch is a train wreck. That's why labels fucking eat that self-destructive music up. Because train wrecks make more money. You know what I mean? First shot of the night. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. No one's saying shit. No one's talking about shit. I know my shit is like, I turn up too and have fun too in certain songs and whatever. Like, you know, but for the most part, man, my shit always has a message. Like, and I always sneak in a self-belief and you can do it too undertone. You know what I mean? Or I'm trying to fucking let people know that your depression and sadness isn't alone. You know? So it's like I'm proud of what I've done with the time that I've had here and with the space that I've been allowed to occupy, because I influence people positively. That's why the book is like the most proud thing I have, to be honest, because that shit is forever. And me talking and just trying to just help people is on file. Like the audiobook, I did it. That's me saying my words. You know what I mean? Like, that's the realest shit of all time. That's the realest shit of all time. I didn't tell anyone to fucking self-destruct. I told people to self-improve. Like, I told people to self-improve. You feel me? Like, I don't know too many people right now who their main message is to self-improve. I really don't. Because that shit doesn't sell. That's why my shit was a glitch in the matrix. They wouldn't have let me in if they had a choice. I barged my way in by force. I kicked the fucking door down. 80 songs in a row every week. They're not trying to hear this positive self-improvement shit. They're trying to hear some self-destructive shit, because that shit is entertaining, because most people in real life are self-destructing. And most people are miserable. That's why miserable music, it will always be big, because happy music is offensive. You know what I mean? You feel me? Like, it's really crazy. And that makes you really think about what we're doing out here. It's nuts, man. But I'm going to just keep this shit going. I'm going to keep this self-improvement talk going. I'm making Chomp 2 right now. I'm almost finished with it. But yeah, man. People just don't be talking about shit. That wasn't even why I got on here. I was trying to tell people about be free with your thought and be free how you move, and don't let this industry, and don't let whatever industry you're in, or just whatever barriers people try to put on your life and rules and shit. Don't let that shit fucking cripple you and imprison you. You know, being a prisoner to perception is the worst, bro. For real. Scott Storch's a legend. The reason why I started making beats, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the work that we have, and we always make something fucking classic. And all that shit is about to come out soon, bro. I'm about to go on a fucking run. But yeah, man. I just encourage everyone to operate fully out of your truth. Really do what you want to do. That's the only way you're going to be fulfilled. You're going to be miserable if you are living in fear. Yes, my stomach just growled. You're going to be miserable if you're living in fear, if you're scared of what people think, and that's crippling you and handicapping you and hindering you. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, bro. You can't. It's easier said than done. I know. I get it. I've been there. I battle with that all the time. But it's like at the end of the day, when you're constantly trying to people please, you never end up even pleasing yourself, you know? And it's like, that shit is no way to live. I don't care what industry you're in. That's no way to live. You know, it doesn't have to be the music business. It could just be in life, you know? You're so focused on making everyone else happy. Are you happy? You're turning yourself inside out. For people that, one, probably don't even give a fuck about you, two, it's like now you're fucked up. Now you're miserable. Great, they're happy, but now you're miserable. You know? Fuck that. 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 Fuck that, bro. And it's like this industry, if you allow it, makes you take this shit way too fucking serious. This shit is not fucking serious. It's music we're making. It's serious because of the message and the platform, but it doesn't need to be fucking corporated the fuck out and everything about numbers and fuck that. The fuck? I'm here to make hard ass songs and put them out and do shows in between and repeat. And do that whenever I want. I'm not following y'all's schedule. I'm not doing none of that. They got everyone just like, y'all got to drop on Fridays. Fuck y'all. How about no? How about I'm me and I'm going to drop on whatever day the fuck I want? Because that's what I can do. That's the beauty of independence, is freedom. I can drop at Tuesday at 3 p.m. You know what I mean? I could upload an album tonight. You feel me? Like, I'm about to really just embrace the freedom. Run directly at the fear of perception. Because I refuse to allow that shit to cripple me. And I refuse to allow the industry shackles in the make-believe rules block what I'm doing. The fuck? I'm me. I do whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want. That's how I've always been. So I'm going to just keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. And like I said, it's really just about influencing and impacting the world positively if you have the ability to speak to a lot of people. People be getting this platform with millions of people and do nothing with it. Do nothing with it. They don't fucking leave behind nothing. Like, they don't have, what's your message? What's your message? What the fuck did you even influence? Or did you just give us some entertaining music for 2 years? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? What is that? How dismissive of the platform. People with some shit to say would kill to be in a position to have the platform that some of these artists are wasting. They're not saying shit. There's no message. It's crazy. There's no message. That shit is just fucking court jester entertainment, a lot of this shit. And it's self-destructive. It's self-destructive messages. That shit is crazy, man. You listen to too much of that shit, and that shit sinks into your subconscious. Your shit is just negative, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. So you want to Chomp 2, drop Chomp 2. It's not done. And it's like coming down to the wire because I got to deliver this soon because I want to drop it soon. It's not done. I'm waiting on Lil Last Bottle. That's not a bottle. It's my shot glass from Morocco or wherever the fuck. This is my, I know now it's like super cool. Fuck out of here. Chomp 2 is just not done. So I still got one more song to make, like on my end, but everything else, I'm waiting on like 3 or 4 more verses. The verses I have on it are out of control. Out of control. Out of control. Heard, my boy. Was good. Yeah, I mean, I'm just here to give y'all all my music, man. That's it. I make too much music. The other shit I realized, and this is what artists, if any artists are watching, put your fucking music out. Put your music out. You're doing yourself no service. And for any content creators, whether it's music, whether it's painting, put your shit out. Otherwise, you are admitting and accepting that you have wasted your time. If I'm sitting on fucking 95 songs unreleased, as of right now, those 95 songs and 95 studio sessions were a waste of time. And if you're an artist or if you're whatever kind of creator, if you are sitting there wondering like, damn, I should be further ahead in my career, whatever the fuck it is, but you are sitting on 100 pieces of content and shit like that, it's like, you have yourself to blame. Get the fuck out of your way. Because maybe if you put out those 100 things you're sitting on, your career would be way further along. But if you never share your work, right, then how are you supposed to even get the fruits of your labor if you never share your labor? You can't complain about, oh, I don't have enough fruit, and you're not sharing your labor. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. So it's like, I had the epiphany last night. Like, me and Boo just had a fucking crazy conversation. And it's like, I'm about to just let all this shit fly. You're not worried about people getting tired of your music? No. If you're a fan of mine, if you're an actual fan of mine, you're not going to get tired of it because my shit's incredible. But if you're not a fan, if you're just like stopping by for a second because you just think I look good, or you just like, or like you're just here because like you saw some shit on TikTok or whatever the fuck, who gives a fuck? Move along. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But the ones who really fuck with me, no. I'm a massive fan of Drake. I'm a massive fan of Kanye. I'm a massive fan of J. Cole. You think I'm going to complain if they decide to put out 40 songs next year instead of 12? Why would I complain? That would be lit. Are you kidding? Like, because I'm a real fan of those people. And at the end of the day, this shit is bigger than me. And I would be naive to think that of the 95 songs I'm sitting on 95 songs and 2 albums. Of the 95 songs and 2 albums I'm sitting on, I would be naive to think that at least not one of them is going to change someone's life. You feel me? And influence somebody positively. At least I'd be naive. And then if you want to do the ego shit, I'd be naive to think that at least one of them, of the 95, wouldn't go fucking crazy and be a hit and do it. Come on. I'd be naive to think that. So I'm in my own way. And most artists are in their own way. Your best song is sitting on your fucking computer waiting for you to get the fuck out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reality. But fear of perception and, well, what are they going to think if I just drop this? And but like, what if it's not on Billboard? And then you fucking boom. Now you're literally paralyzed by your own fear and by your own ego. It's crazy. I'm not about to be paralyzed by my ego and my fear. Fuck that. What the fuck? None of that shit. None of this shit matters anyway. I was put here for a reason, and it's to influence people positively through music and through my words. That's what I'm here to do. And as long as I'm here, I'm going to do it as often as I can. That's it. That's it. It's easy to say drop the music when you have no plan or money behind. I didn't have money when I was dropping a song a week. Despite what people think, I was sitting there in the basement just dropping a song a week. The reason why it worked is because the music was fucking incredible. If you try to do a song a week and your music is not good, it's not going to work. Like, so people like that maybe have tried the method themselves and like, damn, it didn't work. It's probably the music. You feel me? But none of y'all should allow fear of perception and fear of criticism paralyze you from doing what the fuck you actually want to do in life. You know? That shit is hell. That shit is like, it's a prison that you've put yourself into. and you've locked yourself in there, and you have the key, and it's like it's a battle between like your ego and your fucking soul. Like your soul's like, let me out. Your ego's like, you're gonna stay right there until we figure this shit out. Until we figure out how to navigate criticism and perception. And your soul's like, dog, what are you saying? No one gives a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just trying to be free. Crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I wasn't even gonna. This is still the first shot, but. And I know it's easier said than done. I'm telling you, like, I know. I deal with it all day, not all day, every day. You know what I mean? Some days more than others. Maybe a day goes by where it's not so, where I'm not so in my head, but like, you know, all my stuff, whether it's music or the book, has always kind of been me talking to myself. Because I feel like I know what to do, and I know the right answers and shit, and I need to like express them for myself to hear them, if that makes sense, you know? But yeah, basically get out of your own way. Let your soul be free. Don't fucking be crippled by fear of criticism and perception. None of that shit matters. None of that shit matters. None of that shit matters. All right, I'm about to finish Chomp 2.